Morning.
Morning.
All lively for a Sunday. Okay, guys, these are our two Cuban crocodiles, okay? Missile and torpedo. You'll see why they're called that in a second. The Cuban crocodile is one of the top 5 most endangered crocodiles. Any ideas where it's found? Cuba. It is found in Cuba. It's only limited to one swamp now, okay? There isn't many left. Thought to be less than 4,000 of these guys left. The main problems that these guys have faced is habitat destruction and also competition from the American crocodile. Okay? The American crocodile used to live throughout Florida, but has now been pushed out of Florida due to human encroachment on their habitat. The first island they hit off of Florida is Cuba, so they're now competing with these guys, which is a big problem for them. The Cuban crocodile is quite an interesting crocodile. Interesting, or probably dangerous is a better word. They have the longest legs of any of the crocodiles. Now, any ideas what you can do with long legs if you're a crocodile? Run. You can. These are very fast runners. They actually are one of the only crocodiles that will actively get out of the water and chase their prey down. Okay? So they need these long legs for that reason. The other thing, you can jump. Okay? Hence why I'm not looking over the door too much. These guys can get their heads to about here when they jump. Okay? So they're incredibly agile. Also, the Cuban crocodile is one of the most aggressive of all the crocodile species, and I've got a serious face now, which makes them very difficult and problematic to manage in captivity. Okay? They're also thought to be one of the most intelligent reptiles on the planet. Now, the intelligence and the aggression combined does make them quite a dangerous animal. So, what we've done is we've utilised their intelligence, and we've actually trained these two crocodiles. Yeah, you can train crocodiles, although they have a brain the size of a garden pea. Yeah, that's not funny. They are very intelligent. Now, what we train these two to do is to go and sit in the far corner of the enclosure when they're told to do so. Okay? This way, we could enter the exhibit and clean the glass, change any light bulbs, do any maintenance work without them bothering us. Now, it takes a long time to get to that stage, but that's ultimately how these two were trained. That was fine in that exhibit where they used to live 3 weeks ago. Now we have to start from scratch. They've gone into the new exhibit, they don't know what I'm telling them to do, they associate the word with being fed, but they don't quite know where I want them. So, what I'm going to show you today is how we begin. So we've got to start from scratch, so I'm going to be showing you how we start this scratch from training. Start the training from scratch. So, this is quite a good opportunity to show you how fast the Cuban crocodile is, because I need to get them into that corner. So we need a little volunteer who's a good swimmer. No, I'm joking. Any splash that goes into the water, these two are on their toes, straight into wherever the splash was to find the piece of food. So this is how we start the training to get them over into that area. Now the simple term we use is the word corner. See, remember we're starting from scratch. Let's give it a few months. So we say that word, we throw the piece of food, and they'll slowly start to associate that word with being fed in that corner. Okay? Corner. Corner. Okay, let's give this again. Corner. Corner.
Oh, look how fast he was.
Okay, 1-0 to torpedo. So now they're in the water, they know they're being fed, they will more than likely stay there. And we wait till they're on the surface so they can hear me properly. And we just repeat. Now bear in mind they can stay in the water for up to 4 hours. Corner. And missiles missed that piece of food. And torpedoes got there. Corner. Corner. Okay, the way you can tell these two apart, missile, when they're in the water you can easily see, between the two front legs she has a yellow band that goes between her front legs, whereas torpedo here doesn't have that yellow band. So that's how I can tell them apart. I do know which one is which. Corner. Now over the coming weeks, what will happen, they'll slowly start to associate the food with the corner. Corner. And they'll stay in that area when we're feeding. Then what we need to do is bring the training on that bit further so that we can enter the exhibit safely. And how we do that is by simply walking in, okay? Which is obviously very dangerous, and because you've seen how fast they can move. So the second they move away from the corner, we finish the feeding session, the training session is over, so they don't get any food. So we're just using food as positive reinforcement and rewarding the behaviour that we want. Corner. Corner.
There's fish are in there without no one getting it.
Now one thing you'll notice, or another thing you'll notice, is when they're swimming around like this, how streamlined they are in the water. I know the water's moving around quite a bit at the minute. Corner. Corner.